Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Reclaiming Your Life. I am your host, Kimara.
This podcast is designed to help women overcome their insecurities, self-doubt, and fears within themselves to pursue their dreams by telling her own life experiences. Here's your host, Kimara.
Hey y'all, welcome back. I know you're probably like, wait a minute, she's back, but she said she was back before. Yes, I know. Some things changed a little bit. I will be announcing some changes in the upcoming months. I am not going to share at this time, but it's good. It's a good thing. It's good news. But I will share it at a later time. So just know that I haven't forgotten you guys. I miss you guys. I miss recording and spreading the word of encouragement, motivation, inspiration. I really, truly did miss you guys. And I am here to come with another great episode, because all the episodes are great. And I'm back with another great episode. And I hope you guys enjoy it as much as God given me this vision, because he gives me the messages to release to you guys. Because sometimes things would just come to me and I'm like, okay, God, this is what you want me to say, and I'll say it. And sometimes I'll be disobedient and won't say it. And this is the reason why I am back, because I've been disobedient. Even though I had a little reason as to why I was gone for a month or so, a month or two, I believe. But I was being disobedient. And all last week, that was the message that was given to me, was obedience. And let me tell you something, guys. Obedience is real, because when God gives you a vision, idea of some sort, or he's telling you this is what he wants you to do and this is what you're called to do, and you're not being obedient, let me tell you, he will make it known to get you back on track. And all last week, that was everything I heard was obedience. Every day last week, I kid you not. And let me just give you a quick example of being obedient, because being obedient doesn't mean it doesn't just boils down to what he called you to do and you do it. Obedient is also being what he's telling you to do and you do it. So it's not just based off of the work that he called you to do, but what he tells you to do it. And I wasn't obedient 2 times in a span of 3 weeks. And that was me sowing seed into 2 people. And I'm going to share this testimony to you guys because I want to testify so that you guys would know how it is, or what it is, to be obedient. And I heard 2 messages from 2 powerful women, and it was in my spirit to sow into them. And it wasn't nothing too crazy, but my spirit told me what to sow into these 2 women. And I put it off. I put it off for about 2.5 weeks, until last week, when obedience was coming to me straight in my face. And I said, okay, God, I hear you loud and clear, because I always tell people, when God is speaking, when God is speaking, if everyone is having the same message. from different churches, different pastors, different ministers, whoever, whether you're ordained or not. But to me, I feel that if I'm getting the same message, not just from one person, but several different people who are not connected in any way, to me, I'm like, I always say God is real and he is speaking. So that is what happened to me last week. And that is what I experienced, where the message obedience was coming from different people. And I said, okay, I finally said, you know what? I'm going to sow these seeds into these two women that I should have done about 2.5 weeks ago. And the last message that I heard about obedience was William Murphy on Thursday. I sowed my seed on Wednesday. I believe it was Wednesday. And the last message about obedience and obey God was on Thursday from William Murphy. He does his morning prayer every Thursday. And I listened to it, and it was obey God. And towards the end of it, he was telling, the viewers, the church, to pay their tithes to their church or sow the seed into his ministry. But he wanted people to sow it into their church first, or sow it into their church, I should say. And if you don't have a church or anything like that, then sow that seed, to his ministry. And I said, okay. And the amount that he said, I was like, oh, okay. I did that, basically, that's what I did. And he said within 24 hours, you're going to see something drastically or something magical, or I don't want to say magical, but something's going to change. Something is going to happen. And within 24 hours, I kid you not, I had got some news so I was expecting the news, but there was some additional things that was in the news, and I was just like, wow. I was just blown away. And I was just like, in a matter of 24 hours, this happened. So I just wanted to share this with you guys about being obedient and obeying God. And it can be little as, you're supposed to make a phone call to a credit card company, light company, gas company, telephone company, whatever company, and you just brush it off, say, oh, I'll do it later. Or you were supposed to call that friend and you say, oh, I'll call them later. You never know why we get that urge to have to do something at that appointed moment. We don't know what is expected or what's behind the door to say, right? We don't know what was happening, because you could be someone who need help with something, and you were supposed to call that friend and have that conversation with that friend, and that friend probably could have said, you know what? I know someone who can do that for you. Oh, I know a certain person who can handle this for you. So we never know. But because we keep pushing things off and we're not obeying God and what he's telling us to do, we tend to miss out on blessings. And that happens a lot of time. It just be the simplest things that we don't even think of that has anything to do with what we're doing, our path, our journey, however that you want to say. But sometimes it does have something to do with what we're currently doing. And no matter what your journey or your path may look like, you may have to lose some friends, because God probably told you to cut these people off. And you're thinking like, why? And sometimes it's difficult to cut, people off. It is, right? So we never know what he is doing, and we're not supposed to know, but we're supposed to trust him, and we're supposed to obey God and what he says, and trust to know that what he's telling us to do is the right move. So if he's telling you to cut off some friends or people, personal relationship, business relationship, intimate relationship, best friendship or whatever you want to call it. But if he's telling you to cut this person off, we have to trust that he's telling us the right thing and that he got us because he know where he's taking us. Because they may have not did anything wrong to you, but they may not be going where you're going or where he's taking you. You may not need to be on their path. You may need to be on a separate path and on a different journey to get to where he's trying to bring you. So don't try to figure it out when you're like, dang, but why? Why? Right? Don't think about it. Why? You got to do it. Just trust him. Obey him. Know that he got your back. He always had your back. So think about all those other situations where you had to make hard decisions and you didn't want to, but you had to. But that hard decision ended up working out in your favor. So don't think too much about it. Just do it. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to share about being obedient and obeying God. So I was going to do my episode. But I feel like I had to get this out and share this with you guys. So I'm just going to do it as a bonus episode. And I will release the other episode that I have to share with you guys on Friday. So this is real time. Today is Monday, March the 9th, I believe. Yes. So today's Monday, March 9th, real time. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload it, and it's going to be a bonus episode, and then I'll drop the new episode on Friday. But I just wanted to share with you guys about being obedient. And it's not just about doing what he called you to do. It's about listening to yourself and that intuition, that spirit that's telling you, that spirit man that is telling you, this is what you need to do. And don't ignore it, because we never know what's behind closed doors. And also just to piggyback off of Patrice Washington, I listened to her podcast last week as well. And it was about obedience over everything. And she was given the example of how she released her new speaking platform to help people who want to be speakers. And she said that, God told her to talk about it. And she said, what if she didn't listen to what God said and wanted to wait until she had the flyer ready, the location and everything for this? She wanted to be perfect. She wanted to have all her ducks lined up in a row, basically, before she released what she was coming out with. And once she released it and she listened and obeyed God, she has several people sign up for her platform that she's doing to help speakers. So it's just to show that what if she did wait and say no, because, what if she tried to talk her stuff out of it and would have been like, oh no, nobody's not going to sign up because of the simple fact that I don't have everything put together. And then when she would have waited, she probably, because she sold out of it, out of her platform that she is doing, that she just came out with. She sold out. So what if she waited? She probably wouldn't have sold out, if she didn't sold out, she probably wouldn't have gotten as much people to sign up. So it's just about obeying God and listening to what he says. And sometimes, yes, he may give you an idea. And you may need to pray about it to say, hey, when do I jump? When do I move on this? So we just have to know, okay, when he says something, you can say, when do I move on this? But you should know too, as well, what he's giving you, if you should move or if you have to wait. But, God would tell you, when you ask, is it something that I should do now or should I wait? Because we have to have that communication with him as well. But obeying God, I'm telling you, it ain't no joke. And I just wanted to share that with you guys personally, and my personal experience, and how it affected me with just obeying and sowing the seed into those two women that I should have done a couple of weeks ago. But I was just lollygagging. I was just drawing it out, stalling, however you want to say it. But yeah, I just want you guys to obey God. Listen to him. Listen to him, trust yourself, and trust him, and know that whatever it is that he's telling you to do, trust and know that he has your back, and he's not going to let you down. Because if he did not let you down before, he's not going to start now. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I will be back with another great episode on the usual day, Friday. Bye.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a review.